Shubor nakaslem jong udongsan Hima.
Hadin ka Jingmut no kinongket kam ka Seng Voice of the People Party na ka jingelang ki Seng san Hima sima kabalalong menta ka singi ka khat khandai trek ujamang ar hajar ar pulai na ka leng menteri rang ba Conrad ki sangma lo ang ba Sngewthuh ya ka Jingmut jong ka VPP namar ki dei maki ki bawan ra ya ka mat banya kran halo reservation policy ba andal adap banya tai bat ya kran kawan ra pat sai Kiwei ki man Menteri rang ba ulo ong bakum kinong elam ki dei kinong elam ki bakit kli na ka benta ki pat ba ka jilla But day bandon ka jinga Sngewthuh ba kidon ki man ki bala ban kata bat pen pra ya ka jinga day jong ki jat ben rio ki bahapo ka jila Meghalaya.
You can see that all the political parties are here, and almost all the political parties have understood what the government is doing, and they have appreciated also the concerns. Of course, there are challenges, and there will always be challenges. But on a whole, what the process we have followed and the way we are thinking of moving forward is something that almost all the political parties, all the opposition parties, everybody has appreciated it, and they are in line. They are seeking some more clarification, but in principle they have understood how we will move forward. So I fail to understand where the VPP's logic is coming now, where they are first they were saying and talking about all this issue, and now when this is clarified, now they're bringing up another issue. It's their political decision. I only urge in one thing, that we have to understand that we are responsible leaders. We need to understand that we are responsible to the state and to the people. We need to understand that there are certain areas and certain subjects that have the potential to harm the communal harmony that we have and affect the state's unity. And as responsible leaders, we should know when and where and how we should move forward. Everything is not about politics. Everything is not about public political gain. We have to realize that we have to be responsible as leaders to ensure that the safety, security, and the harmony in the state moves forward. So I appeal to all the supporters of all political parties, be it the political parties who are here and the political parties who are not here, that we need to understand, as I said, that we have been living as a society for the last many centuries. And we are at the state, we're lucky to have our own state in the last 50 years. We are very lucky that different policies in the reservation have been working in our favor in the last many years. We have to remember that going into these areas, is there any concern of how it could impact that entire reservation in the larger context of things? I think as responsible leaders, all the supporters of different political parties need to introspect and be able to take the right decision. These are not simple things, these are very complicated things. And we are looking at situations that could be, unnecessary, cause, disharmony in the state, and also these kind of things could affect the overall reservation policy that is there in the state if some wrong steps are taken. So hence, we need to be responsible, and I urge to the supporters and the leaders of all political parties and the stakeholders that we should work in harmony. We should work for unity. We should work to ensure that all sections of society of our state are taken. Us going back and looking at it and cancelling or making adjustments does not arise. So therefore, these were done and appointed based on the reservation policy. And now after the information and data has been plotted, we are now in a position in some of the departments to understand how we will move forward. In the meantime, our members from different political parties have requested that till this committee, which will give us a report or will have a final sitting in the next few days, they have suggested that if we can keep any new advertisements on hold, and based on that we have agreed to that as a government, that we will keep things on hold till the committee is satisfied and gives us a final report and final discussion, which we expect it to be happening in a very short time. We will come out with the terms and references. And hence, after all these details were discussed, presentations were given, we have seen that most of the political parties have and are satisfied with the discussions that we had. There were certain political parties that have stressed and asked us to discuss on different issues apart from the roster, and they stressed that since the discussion was on reservation roster, they urged that reservation should be discussed. And we have made it very clear to them that this discussion that we're having today is on the roster system. And the reason the word reservation is there, because it's the roster on the reservation. And hence, the discussion was limited only to the roster system and not beyond that. So those clarifications were made, and based on that, as I said, different political parties have been able to grasp and understand the entire system. And I'm hopeful that now from here, they will also explain to the people of the constituencies, of the areas, of the parties, and explain to them how we have ensured that through the different steps and decisions that we're taking, that the interests of different communities throughout the state are protected. So that is what the decisions and the discussions that took place in today's all-party meeting. And I once again would like to thank the political parties for having attended this meeting and having given their valuable inputs.